Namaste to one and all. This is Shrinika from 8th B. Today my topic is English SR Supplementary Reader. How the camel got his hump. Let's begin. In the beginning, when the world was new and the animals were just beginning to work for man, there was a camel and he lived in the middle of a howling desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns and prickles, and when anybody spoke to him, he said hum, just hum, and no more. Here, in this para, the narrator was saying about a camel when in the beginning of the world, when animals were working for a man, there was a howling desert. Middle of an howling desert, a camel lives by eating sticks, thorns and prickles. Prickle is nothing but small sticks. And because it does not want to work and it is lazy. If anybody talk to him, just it will say hum and no more. Presently the horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and said, "Come, oh camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." On Monday morning the horse came to the camel and said, "Camel, oh camel, come out and trot like rest of us." Trot is nothing but a moving fast manner. The camel replied, "Hump, nothing else." So the horse went away and told to the man. Next, the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." The dog came to the camel and said about, "Camel, oh camel, come out and fetch like us." Fetching is nothing but to go back and bringing sticks. The camel replied, "Hump." The dog went and told to the man. Next, the ox came to camel with the yoke on his neck and said, "Camel, oh camel, come and plow like the rest of us." Next, the ox came to the camel. Said the camel, oh camel, come and plow rest like of us with an yoke. Yoke is nothing but an object to keep for a draft animals. By that, using that, the animals would be able to plow the field. The camel replied, "Hump," and nothing else. The ox went and told to the man. Next, at the end of the day, the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, at the end, man called the three of them. Who are they? Ox, dog and horse. Now let's see what the man said. "Three, oh three, I am very sorry for you, but the hump thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make for it." The man said, "Three, oh three, I am very sorry for you." By saying this, why he is so sorry? Because he said the camel, the work he is not doing, camel, he should not be, but he is there. Leave him. You three do double times work. So that is the meaning of this man. The view of a man. Then that made the three very angry, and they held a panchayat on the edge of the desert. And the camel came chewing curd and laughed at them. Then he said, "Hum," and went away again. The view of a man made the three of them angry. Next, at that time, the camel, by chewing curd, laughed by seeing them three, and said hum and went away. What is in curd? Curd is nothing but the food cows or any animals would bring back from stomach and chews it. Presently Suddenly there came along the jinn, who was in charge of all deserts, rolling in a cloud of dust. There was a jinn rolling in a cloud of dust. He appears and he is the charge of all deserts. So, jinn of all deserts, said the horse. Horse said, jinn of all deserts. Is it right for anyone to be idle? Asked the horse. Is it right for anyone to be idle? Idle is nothing but do not doing work. Do not doing any work. So, certainly not, said the jinn. Well, said the horse, there's a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long leg. And he has not done a stroke of work since Monday morning. He won't trot. The horse complained to a man by saying that he has a long neck, long legs, has not did any work from Monday morning. Even he does not do any trotting, means moving fast. So, we'll see what is the reply from the jinn. Whew, said the jinn, whistling. That's my camel. What does he say about it? The jinn had recognized that is camel. What about him? Is anything problem? He says, and he won't plow, said the ox. Ox complained. At that time, a horse complained of ox. What it is? It says just hum and nothing else. Does not plough the field also. Very good, said the jinn. I will hump him if you will kindly wait a minute. The jinn said, very good. Okay, wait for a minute. I will teach him a lesson. Next, the jinn rolled himself up in dusk cloak and took a walk across the desert and found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. The jinn was searching for a camel and at last he found the camel by seeing his own reflection in a pool of water. My friend, said the jinn, what's this? I hear of you are doing no work. The jinn said, my friend, what is this? I hear of you. You have not done any work from since Monday morning. The jinn sat down with his chin in his hand, while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. The jinn was worrying. What is this? He does not reply anything. The camel was seeing his reflection in the pool of water, nothing else. You have given the 3 extra work ever since Monday morning, all on account of your idleness, said the jinn. The jinn said, you have given the 3 extra work. You have not done any work, you should be do 3 extra work. Come on now, at least do from this. Because of your idleness. Because lazy. Idleness means do not doing any work. And he went on thinking with his chin in his hand. Hum, said the camel. The camel replied, even with chin, hum, nothing else. I should not say that again if I were you, said the jinn. You might say it once too often. I want you to work. The jinn said, if I am in your place, I would say just for 2 times, not often times. So, I want to do you work. And the camel said, hump again. But no sooner had he said it than he saw his back. Already jinn warned him, but also camel replied, hump. Then he saw his back. Camel saw his back, that he was so proud of his hump word. So puffing up into a great big hump. Puffing is nothing but growing large or blowing. Do you see that? Said the jinn. Jinn said, you saw now your hump. That's your very own hump. That's you have bought upon your very own self by not working. By not working, you have got the result as hump. When the work began, now you are going to do. Today is Thursday and you have done no work since Monday when the work began. Now you are going to do. Now, when the camel and Jinn were talking, it was the Thursday. Since Monday, he had not done any work. So Jinn said, today is Thursday. The 3 days work also you have to do. How can I? Said the camel. With this hump on my back? The camel said, how can I? With this hump on my back? That has a purpose, said the Jinn. It is also an advantage, said the Jinn. What is that advantage? Let's see. All because of you missed those 3 days, you will be able to work now for 3 days without eating. Without eating, he had missed the 3 days now. Without eating, now he can do the work of that 3 days. How? Let's see. Because you can live on your hump. And don't you ever say, I never did anything for you. The Jinn said, you can live on that hump. It is advantage for you. And the Jinn replied, don't you ever say, I never did for you. Come out of the desert and go to the tree and behave. The tree refers to an horse, ox and a dog. Now at least come out of the desert and work for a man dressed like the tree. And the camel went away to join the tree, and from that day to this the camel always wears a hump. From that day the camel wears the hump and went to the tree to join. We call it hump now not to hurt his feelings. But he has never yet caught up with the 3 days that he missed at the beginning of the world, and he has never yet learned how to behave. But the camel got his hump, but not did his 3 missed work, and did not learn to behave never yet. Thank you.